Is there anything to say about how Fable The Journey might be if it was on Xbox One?
Wow. I never thought I'd get asked that question, to be honest. As Kinect is now vastly improved, we might use it to some extent in a future title, but it wouldn't be the sole input method.
And so for a family, different Fable games come in at different PEGI ratings.
Yes.
Where do you start?
Are you looking for your children just to have fun, or do you want them to become engrossed in a story?
Like Star Wars, should you start your kids on episode 4 or episode
question.
1?
You know what, when I eventually do have a child, I'll be thinking about that for the first 7 years of their life.
Welcome to Family Gamer TV. I'm with Ted from Lionhead Studios, and we're looking at Fable Anniversary.
Yes.
Now, I've tracked with Fable pretty much for each iteration, right up to the journey, which we really liked. So what's the next step?
Well, what we were to do was go back to a fan favourite. Fable Lost Chapters, or even Fable 1, came out almost 10 years ago. And we felt it'd be really nice to take Fable The Lost Chapters, which was the slightly expanded version on Fable 1. It had about 30% more content, and just bring it completely up to date with graphics, audio, smart glass achievements, just the whole lot, as what modern gamers expect from 2013.
So that is those extra chapters from the first game,
yes,
but in the latest game's engine, yes. So it's in the Fable 3 engine, is that right?
It's actually using Unreal.
Okay.
We've decided that when we did Fable The Journey, we used Unreal technology, and we just fell in love with it, and we were like, this is great. So we thought we'd try taking the original game engine, which is still ticking over in the background in Fable Anniversary, but all of the post-processing and the rendering is being done by Unreal. So that's why we've got this incredible lighting system. We've got a much improved frame rate, loading times, like it's all because of what Unreal was capable of.
So I mean, Fable's like a banner title for Lionhead.
Yes.
And also you've had some staff turnover at the studio, as I understand it. So how's the future looking, both for the studio and for Fable?
Yeah, I think it's looking great, to be honest. I mean, people come and go. I mean, that's always the way of any industry.
Yeah.
We've had some incredible hires of recent. We had our creative day last week. It was amazing to see all of the new hires, get involved, and we had some incredible projects. I know Phil Harrison came down. He was just blown away with the creativity that he saw. So Fable Anniversary is obviously our focus right now, and we're heading towards a February release date in early 2014. We announced Fable Legends at Gamescom. If anyone hasn't seen the trailer, I say check it out on YouTube, because the trailer is phenomenal.
A hero without... Yes. You could be a hero.
So tell us a little bit, while we're just passing, about Fable Legends.
I can't really talk much, because there are snipers just above us looking down at me, just waiting for me to say something, and then it blows up on the internet. All I will say is that we're very much focused on delivering what people want from a Fable game in the next generation on Xbox One, because it is an Xbox One exclusive. And then I mean, there are multiple cool things going on at Lionhead right now. You probably tell by my smile. And
read your mind.
Yeah, exactly. and we can't wait to start showing them.
Yeah. And so for a family, different Fable games come in at different PEGI ratings.
Yes.
So where do you start, and what sort of ages do you think match best to which different game?
With Fable Heroes, we tried to make a game that was appealed to the younger audience. So Fable Heroes is a good entry if you want to just sit down with the whole family, all 4 of you, and play a game together. So
Fable Heroes was on which platform?
Xbox Live Arcade. It is on the Xbox 360. Came out a couple of years ago. I think it's like £5 or something. It's a smaller downloadable title. Then probably maybe Fable The Journey. That's a nice entry level, because it's very story centric. So if you're a big story fan, the thing is though, it then comes at the latter end of the Teresa chapter, if you were to look at her as a character. So I guess it depends on, are you looking for your children just to have fun, or do you want them to become engrossed in a story? Because if you want them to become engrossed in a story, Fable Anniversary is the place to start. It is the first Fable game. It is completely up to date with what people expect.
It's like Star Wars, should you start your kids on episode 4 or episode 1? It's the same with Fable.
You know what, when I eventually do have a child, I'll be thinking about that for the first 7 years of their life, and it might take me that long to work out what order
start now.
But no, I mean, I think Fable 1, it still has that charm. There is always that, it does have the violence, but it's probably a little less mature than perhaps Fable 2 is. So I think starting with Fable Heroes, moving on to Fable Anniversary, give them maybe a year or two, Fable 2, Fable 3, if you want to round off the story, Fable The Journey. But Fable The Journey is also fun. We saw a lot of children come over and play it when we were on tour last year, when we were here at Eurogamer. And just having fun casting.
Yeah, my kids absolutely loved it.
So if you're not looking for them to know the story, that's a great game to jump into as well.
We've been talking to the Kinect Sports Rivals guys, Rare, about the advancements in Xbox One motion capture. Is there anything to say about how Fable The Journey might be if it was an Xbox One?
Wow. I never thought I'd get asked that question, to be honest. You know what? We don't have any, obviously, announcements about Kinect in Fable. I mean, Fable The Journey was very much the game where we wanted to see what Kinect was like. And we did our bit, and we've come here to show off Smart Glass, and we've got Smart Glass working with Fable Anniversary. So we're very much always about the new technology. As Kinect is now vastly improved, and it is with every console, I imagine we might use it to some extent in a future title, but it wouldn't be the sole input method. I know that much, because with Fable Legends, we really want to go back to the controller and establish what fans have come to know and love from games like Fable Anniversary, Fable 2 and Fable 3, and we really enjoyed working on Fable The Journey. There's absolutely nothing wrong there.
I can pick up in your tone, it's maybe a slightly painful experience in terms of the response to it. I don't know, because we loved it, but I understand it wasn't widely.
Sometimes if you're the first of something, it's very, very difficult. I mean, Fable The Journey was a core Kinect game, right? And we really wanted to prove to the world that you can do a core game on Kinect, and I think I genuinely believe we achieved that. The story, I think, is one of the best stories we've had in a Fable game. I think I love the Teresa arc that goes through. I love Gabriel's story that, this guy's not a hero. He's very
reluctant hero.
Yeah, and it's very
bit like Luke. We've got a Star Wars theme developing.
Yeah, we've just got a Star Wars theme. But Fable Anniversary has very much been about you establish yourself as the hero, and you can see the chaps behind me. They are, as they're playing through the game, they're becoming good, they're becoming evil, the choice and the consequence. And maybe that was something that Fable The Journey lacked a bit. So it's not, what we do at Lionhead, we are not the company that is going to make 5 games that are all identical. We are going to do Fable 1 and then switch it up for Fable 2, as we did. And then for Fable 3, we added some new things, we took a few things away, because otherwise if you keep making the same games over and over again, it actually just gets boring as a developer. So when Kinect came out, we were like, oh, awesome, let's try something with that. It just, I hope the fans appreciate it, and we won't always get it right, don't get me wrong, but I just love the fact that we don't do these carbon copies of all of our games, and that the fans know that regardless of the platform that they buy Fable on, they're going to get a really unique experience, and something that was crafted for that platform. So with Fable Heroes, we made it for Xbox Live Arcade. With Fable The Journey, we made it for Kinect. It wasn't a tack on, it was just for Kinect, and we really wanted to push that as far as we can.